It's Saturday morning and we're here at Dunbar's catching snails. We're here with the environmental department and they have launched or initiated a community day or community service where people from all over can come and assist them in catching these giant African snails.
Today we're hoping to, this is really, it's not just a PR exercise, it is a PR exercise where we're trying to encourage the general population to be a part of this effort, because it's not something that we as the ministry alone can do.
Right.
It's a holistic effort. And so we're trying to push that and also use the opportunity to let people know how they go about doing the collections, securing the snails, the fact that we have to collaborate and do it in a coordinated manner so that once they collect, we know they're collecting, we can arrange to have them taken away. So it's a sort of seamless process.
And as far as it catching on, how do you see this effort catching on going into next year?
Well, we'll have to do an assessment of this. We do plan to make it public in terms of the output from the various groups who are part of the exercise today. So, we just have to continue to encourage, and we told there's some groups who are interested but just weren't able to do it this weekend. Right. So we'll keep in touch with them and work along with them going forward. Because as I said, this is a continuous effort. It's not just today. This is just like, a landmark sort of thing, but it's something that we have to do going forward continuously. And I always remind persons that you can't say you have eradicated the snail before you haven't seen a live version of it for 2 years. Right? Yeah. Because of how the snail operates, it can hibernate on the ground for up to a year. It has so many ways of making sure that it stays around that it takes a while before you can say you have eradicated, and that is our current policy. That's the government's policy at this point. This has to be a continuous collection effort. The snail is there doing what it has to do every day. Laying its eggs, each one laying its 300 eggs at a time, and those growing up to lay their 300 eggs at a time, right? So it's something that we have to be doing all the time. So what the ministry, the strategy is, and what we have been doing mainly so far, is having a cadre of persons within the ministry who specifically do collections. It fell off for a while, but we have recently revitalized, especially now that it's spreading and the numbers are really getting to a stage where it's really impacting people. But we have a set of persons who collect on a daily basis, and you need that because you have to have that basic thing ongoing every day. Been encouraging persons to do collections, whether it's in the yard, in their area, or whatever, and let us know, and they will we arrange where they're going to leave the stuff, and we ourselves will pick it up because it was, but like on a scale that we're doing it today, we have arranged with the Solid Waste Management Authority to go to various areas. We have decided where they're going to put the bags that they collect, and so Solid Waste will just go through maybe about 10 o'clock today to do collections.
Within the period of an hour, I mean, we have 28 areas infested. Within the period of an hour, you could probably collect 28,000 pounds of snail. Do the maths and see how much potential eggs you're taking out of the population, and you recognize how important collection is. And so this whole focus that we're putting on National Collection Day is something that we're hoping will continue, where periodically, with not too much time interspace, we would have National Snail Collection Day where we would try and motivate the whole country to go out. We haven't decided how often yet, but I think this is the first, and I think it's a step in the right direction. It creates the kind of awareness that would cause people to come together spontaneously, not wait on the Ministry of Agriculture to say announce a day of collection, but they would spontaneously do it on their own.
We know that the Africans actually think that this will eat this as a delicacy. Have we considered any other way of ridding ourselves of the snail apart from killing them? Have we considered, shipping them back as export, or even preparing them as dishes here?
Well, interestingly, we have had some suggestions that have been tabled, but we also know that in Antigua and Barbuda, as you notice, the snails walk everywhere, and they basically eat everything. So they walk on anything, they eat anything, including feces. So because of that, we wouldn't want to know that we are putting together these things for export that may very well be contaminated with infectious bacteria. And of course, even if we decide that we're going to be using some for those who may eat them locally, we don't know, because of what they eat. We don't know the extent of whether or not they may be foodborne illnesses inside of the bacteria, harmful bacteria inside of the snails that may cause problems for persons who may use them as food. So we are not in the position yet to say that this is something safe for us to do.
One laying adult has the capacity of laying about 1,400 eggs annually. And so what we're doing here, collecting, it might seem an exercise in futility when you consider the sheer numbers that we have. But I mean, every 1,000 snail that you take out of the population is a potential 1 million snail. Right. Collecting makes sense, but it has to be sustained. Otherwise, I mean, if you collect and then you take a break, the population will get back to where it was originally in a very short time. And so the collection effort has to be a constant effort over time to really make an indentation into the population. That combined with baiting to kill juveniles and all that, you can really, have a severe impact on the overall population. But it has to be a community effort. It has to be a national effort where people are not waiting on the plant protection officers to come out and do it, but people are taking the responsibility for protecting their property from the snail.